Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube land, it's your boy Tuggle, and today we have so much to talk about, and I absolutely love it. Let's jump right into it for Danmachi Memoria Freeze. So as you can see here, we are going to be first talking about the Sprouting Devotion BRISK Gacha banner. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. So let's go ahead and jump into some general things, and then we're going to talk more specifically about this banner in today's video. So if you will excuse me, I do have some notes right here. So, for this banner, this will be a step-up banner, meaning that on steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it goes up by 50 with each draw, as you can see there, about right here. You can see step 1 is going to be 200, step 2, 250, so on and so forth. That will repeat up until step number 20. Your guaranteed pulls are going to be on steps 5, 10, 15, and 20. Now, just in case you are wondering, for every 5 steps, that will take you 1,500 iris in order to do 5 steps. So, that will be a total of 6,000 iris for 20 steps. Now, if you did not know this, you might want to spread your iris and make sure you pick the correct banner that you want to pull on, because there is a Sprouting Devotion Brave banner. But like I said, today we are going to be talking about the BRISK banner. So let's go ahead and get into the steak and potatoes of this banner. For that, we are going to need to go to our character list, and we're going to head over to our album. We're going to head to the assist because we're going to start there. And we are going to talk about the newest assist featured on both banners, which is going to be the Beautiful Admirer Freya. Now, I will not be covering it at a level 80 vantage point. I will show you its stats, but I will not talk about it while it's at level 80. As you can see, we do have the Endurance as our only S tier, but then we have Strength, Dexterity, and Magic at A tier. At level 80, it is going to be 100% sleep resist, and all foes will get minus 8% endurance. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, and just for the sheer fact that, hey, you know, if you're super lucky, by all means, go ahead and look at it. But for those that are unlucky, like myself, that I cannot pull an assist to save my life, we are going to talk about this at level 60. Now, one thing that I did notice about this, to go back to this, on the status, or on the skills of this, the sleep resist is going to be plus 75% for every single ally out on the field. Your foes will get a minus 6% endurance. So, what does that mean? The sleep resist is something that has not really been tinkered around with. As we saw in the previous PvP, a lot of people were leaning towards the poison. Now, if you had the Ais or the Lafia and you were poisoned, you were instantly forced to use your self-heal or to cure that poison instead of letting your healers, such as Fells, do that for you. But I didn't have no poison, unfortunate for me, but I was running a 20% sleep for my assist. Now, when I did that, one thing was very strange to me is for that turn, you wouldn't do anything, but if you got hit, you would basically wake up. So if you have AoE, you know, it is what it is, but I do not know if you put them to sleep and do not attack them, will they stay asleep? I cannot answer that because that's the only time where I've put people to sleep and they stay alive after the one hit, and unfortunately, they woke up every single time after that one hit. Now, if this goes into more sleep-heavy meta for PvP, this could be extremely good. However, I'm going to take a look at it from a PvE, player versus environment, point of view, meaning events, story mode, things of those nature. Now, the one thing that I really, really do love about this, and I hope I get it at least one time, is that the endurance is going to be at 211, and the magic is going to be at 219. Now, this assist is going to be very, very good for somebody like a healer, such as Fells, a mid, or any healer of that sort, just for the sheer fact that it's going to boost up your tankiness, while at the same time giving you that much-needed magic stat in order to continue, you know, those heals, the fattest heals, or the babiest of fat deeps. Now, now that that's said about Freya, she is not going to be that great on a magic attacker. So if we were to put this onto Lafia, it wouldn't really be that great, just for the sheer fact that there are different assists that are going to boost your attacks even further instead of keeping you alive. So for instance, let me run this down for you real quickly. Imagine a world where you have Lafia with a different assist, and you have a Fells with this assist right here. Fells is going to be able to stay alive a little bit longer. If all you do with Fells is use his heal and his buff, Lafia should never die. Now, unless she gets one shot. Now, Lafia, if you put her with a damage dealing assist, she will do more damage and not have to worry about being held back, because she has to add on a little bit of tankiness. That's why Fells' buff with his heal is very, very good with any, with any team that you may have. Let's go ahead and move on to Chigusa. So overall, the Freya assist is going to be good, but it's definitely going to be a healer-centric focused assist, if you ask me. Now, others may say other, different things, but I believe that it would be best in PvE for a healer. Now, let's go and look at Chigusa. I believe it's this one. Nope. Yes, it is this one. Okay. Now, for Chigusa, she is going to be a balanced type character. Now, what does that mean? If we were to take a look at her at level 80, assuming that you were able to pull her 6 times, or you are going to save it up for the long run, get those prism bonds, and then put her to level 80. Now, as you can see, all of her stats are going to be at an S rank or double S rank. The biggest stat that is going to be showing is the magic stat, and we're about to take a look at it right now. Right here, we do have her first, we have her special. This is going to be an AoE Ultra Thunder magic attack with 30% Charm. Now, Charm is also another ability that we haven't seen arise in the PvP lands. I think this is going to be something that might start leaning its way into the PvP. If you get a Charm, and then you can make everybody stunned, or however Charm may work for X amount of turns, that could save you versus this poison meta. So I like what they're doing with that. Now, the next one, we're going to talk about her first skill. She does have a high physical attack for one opponent, one foe. That, to me, I don't know how I feel about that one. She does have the S rank, but it's very balanced. That's the thing. Balance is a very weird thing. Now, with this, we have her second skill is going to be a low heal for all of her allies. There's no extra buff. There's no extra take away the ailments. It's just that flat low heal. The last ability that she has is going to be an AoE buff. It's going to be a strength 35% buff for 4 turns. Now, I thought that this was going to be similar to Belle's Argonaut ability, but even at a 1-star, he gets 50% strength and magic. This is going to be a baby half Argonaut buff. This is just going to focus more onto your strength side, not so much onto your magic side. So if you're going to be running a physical team heavy, so we're going to take a look at, maybe an Ais, maybe an Ottarl, for instance, and then you put a healer, and you're not really worried about your magic, then Chigusa, this Chigusa right here, is going to fit in perfectly. She does have that special that can cover your magic just ever so slightly, but she will be able to buff up your strength immensely. So she does have that going for her. Her passives are going to be 10% magic, 10% physical and magic resist, 10% endurance, and 15% ailment resist, which makes her very, very tanky for somebody that is very well-rounded. Now, as you know, I very much love the single focus on many characters, but that's why the balanced characters are very weird to me, because they kind of do a little bit of everything, but they don't do one thing extremely well. They do a little bit of everything. So if you want somebody to fill your 4th slot or even your 5th slot, this is going to be a very good character to come in, save the day, whether your healer goes down, whether your magic dealer goes down, whatever the case may be. She will be a very good 5th or 6th slot. I believe that is where the balanced characters are going to fit in at in this game. Now, we're going to go into the absolute steak and potatoes. Y'all thought what we had going on right there was steak and potatoes? No, sir. This is the steak and potatoes, and I'm going to tell you right now, I did a lot of writing. So, the one thing that I truly know people are going to ask about is this Ottarl better than Ais from the Sword Oratoria banner? And I've written down a lot of stats, and we're going to go right into them. So, as you can see here, we have Ottarl stats. We have 2652 health, 186 magic, MP, skill, mana points, physical attack at 1431, magic attack at 317, and defense at 440. Now, I have Ais at 80 as well, written down with 2632 health, 191 mana points, 1431 physical attack, 349 magic attack, and 440 defense. Now, Ais is going to have 20 less health. She's going to have 5 more mana points. She's going to have the exact same physical attack. She'll have 32 more magic attack, and she'll be the exact same with defense. Now, to get into her actual stats with the strength and things of that nature, I'm not going to bumble off the strength. You can kind of compare as I go through them right now. Her strength is going to be 1431. Her endurance is going to be 440. Her dexterity is going to be 539. Her agility is going to be 790. And her magic is going to be 349. Now, the differences on those are going to be the same strength. We're going to have the same endurance. She's going to have 23 less dexterity. She's going to have 22 more agility and 32 more magic. Her magic is also going to be an A ranked magic. Now, you can do with that what you will on those stats. If you're a numbers guy, hey, I just gave them all to you. I still think that Ais is going to be better based off of the stats. Let's go ahead and check out the abilities. So the special on this new Ottarl is going to be an ultra physical attack with a temporary strength boost. That's going to be an AoE. His first skill is going to be an AoE mid physical attack with a temporary strength boost and a minus 15% endurance debuff for 2 turns to all the enemies. He's going to have another AoE mid-physical attack with a temporary strength boost and a 15% slow. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. His third skill is going to be a single target mid-physical attack with temporary strength boost and 30% stun to a single enemy. Now, looking at this, I believe this Ottarl will have a specific cast order. Now, whether you're going up against a lot of mobs or whether you're going up against just one single big bad monster, I truly believe you're going to want to do it in this order. You're going to want to use his second skill, so that way the enemy is going to be slowed. You want to use his first skill, so that way his endurance is going to be smaller and he'll take more damage. Then you're going to want to focus with your third skill to try to stun this monster or monsters, whatever the case may be, and then you'll finish it off with your special. Now, one thing to note about this Ottarl, and I tried my best to make it an emphasis, all 3 are all attacks. All of his skills are all attacks. He has straight damages, and that's all he cares about. The only difference is he has 3 mid attacks, where Ais has 2 high attacks, and then she can increase her mana points, and she can self-cure. So the difference there is going to be the damage output from high to mid, but Ottarl will have 3 attacks, where Ais can kind of keep herself going in a longer battle. I believe both of them will have an ultra physical attack, except that Ais I'm not even gonna bamboozle y'all. We're gonna check that out right now. Ais is going to have an ultra physical attack with 30% stun and a temporary strength boost. I knew there was a stun. I just wanted to make sure that it was a physical attack and not magic, because I had the animation running in my head and I was like, well, it does look very magic-like, but hey, it's physical. To get back to this Ottarl, his is just going to be that ultra physical attack with temporary strength boost with no stun added onto it. He'll have a smaller stun chance, or excuse me, the exact same stun chance on his third ability. Now, in my personal opinion, I still believe that Ais is going to hold a higher priority over this Ottarl. However, if you can get this Ottarl, whether it's at +2, +3, +4, +5, whatever the case may be, if you can get him at any of those numbers and put him in your 5th or 6th slot, you are going to have a nasty physical attacking team. If you have a +5 Ais and a +5 Ottarl, you are going to be set. I did not mean to click that. Now, I do want to take a look at him at his level 60. He's going to run the AAG. That's okay. Now, I do want to say, okay, here we go. His first limit break, he's going to get a plus in strength, so that's good. We want to try to get a plus every single time, or an S every single time. So the second limit break is not that important. Here we go. The third limit break is where we get our agility, so that's a good one. The fourth one is where we get our double S in strength and we get our dexterity. And the last one is where we get the double S in agility. So basically, you'll want to aim for +1, 3, 4, or 5 on Ottarl if you are going for him. Now, do remember that with these two banners, with the Sprouting Devotion BRISK banner, this is going to be more towards your attacking banner. If you want the deeps, or if you need the deeps, or you missed out on Ais, this is going to be a fantastic substitution for physical attack, and I tell you, he is going to be very, very good. Now, with that being said, I will leave you with this last closing statement. The Sprouting Devotion BRISK is going to be your damage dealing, and your Sprouting Devotion Brave is going to be your tanky / defensive banner. So if you want the damages, do not pull on Brave, you want to pull on BRISK. I will be covering the Brave banner very shortly, and this is all I have for this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support a lot. If you haven't already, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel to help make the dream become a reality. Also, once you subscribe, be sure to turn on those notifications. Last but not least, be sure to check out the description box down below where you can find links to my Discord server, my Twitch stream, my Patreon page, and any social media such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I do appreciate it a lot, and as y'all know, that's the fat lady singing, that's the bells are ringing, and until the next video, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, baby.